Hello, how I missed you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are watching. It's always a pleasure to come and have this wonderful chat with you. I trust we're all doing well. Today, our Destiny Nugget is a quote from Curt Kampmeier. If you are going to grow, you have to be intentional. So we want to, as destiny shapers, we want to be intentional about our daily lives, our choices, and everything we do, relationship and everything. So I trust this will be a game changer for somebody, and you will start looking at how you live your life every day, and you'll be intentional about your choices, your relationship, and everything. So, to be intentional, you want to understand your purpose, you want to really understand your fundamental beliefs and values, and then you actively live your life in line with that. So every day you get up and you are like, I am here for this. So I need to pay attention to everything I'm doing, to my time, my relationship, the way I spend money. You want to be intentional about everything. And as you do that, then you will have some benefits. So let's look at some of the benefits you can experience when you live life intentionally. The first thing you will experience when you live life intentionally is that you'll be able to focus on a daily growth. So you will be growing every day. You will see yourself growing from one point to the other. You will also manifest. You will create and live life of unlimited abundance, because you will know that you are here for a reason, and you need to make sure that you are creating the things, the ideas, the businesses, the education, everything you need to create to help you to become a better person, so that you can live your life um, to its fullest terms. And you will also be able to attract the right people to your life. If you are living intentionally, you are looking at who you want to bring to your circle, because you are looking at your values, and you are looking at your goals, your purpose, and your faith and everything. And you are like, who should be part of this journey with me? You are also going to live a meaningful and fulfilled life if you are intentional about how you live your life. This whole thing means that you are living a life of purpose once you are intentional about your daily life. So I hope this will challenge you from today, if you are not already doing it, to start living life intentionally. It will amaze you. God dropped this message on my heart, and I know He wants me to share with all of us. I accepted that message myself, and I'm working on it. And I hope you will also use it, and it will bless your life. And I want us to look at Jesus. Jesus is the best example we can look at when we are talking about intentional living. Jesus. And before we go on, I want us to take a look at what this mentor of mine said about intentional living. John C. Maxwell, he said, an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing. Can you believe that? So if you are not intentional about your life, anything goes for you. People will push you to left, front, back, center. Anything will work for you, because you don't really have a focus. So an unintentional life accepts everything and does nothing. And the opposite is an intentional life. It embraces only the things that will add to the mission of significance. So where do you stand? Are you at the left or at the right? I hope at the end of this broadcast and future broadcasts, you will challenge yourself to start living life intentionally. You know why? We do not have forever on this earth. We are assigned a specific years to live, achieve something, and go back to our Father and give an account. So you want to make sure you are living your life in such a way that you will be fulfilled, and then when you go back, you have something good to tell your Father who sent you here. So once again, God bless you here. This is Sheila Noy of Destiny Shapers with Sheila Noy. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do that today. And those of you who will watch this video later, if you haven't subscribed, please do so you can always enjoy Destiny Nuggets as time goes on. I want to welcome everybody that has joined me. Good afternoon, Mr. Henry Noy. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. And if anybody else is on the line, say hi so I can recognize you. And anybody who will watch this video later too can also share an idea of something they got from this video so that I would be able to know and recognize you. So God bless you all. So as we said, we have to live intentionally. That will help us to achieve our purpose on earth. And we said we are going to look at Jesus's example, because Jesus came to the earth on a mission, and you could see in everything he did, that he was very intentional. Every moment in his life was a life of purpose, a life of significance. So how did he do that? So today, our goal is to look at some basic things, the foundations of living intentionally. And then next week, we'll come back and share more about this topic. So the first thing we see in Jesus' life, if you are looking at Luke chapter 4, verse 40 to 52, and if you have time, you can read the whole of Luke chapter 2. So Luke chapter 2, verse 40 to 52 tells about Jesus and his parents going to Jerusalem to, as they did every year, right? During the time that they had to go for the feast. So they went with Jesus, they did everything, but when they had to come back, interestingly, I wonder how things were at the time. After 3 days, his parents couldn't find him. I'm like, as a parent, what happened right from the first time you were going? They thought Jesus was with one relative or the other, and before they realized, he was lost. And this happens to all of us. And Jesus, from this, as I read, I realized that he built a good foundation before he began his ministry. So if you want to really live your life intentionally, you want to check your foundation. Jesus took time to understand his purpose, his beliefs and values, and he developed according to the Bible in spirit, soul, and body. So he was all round. The foundation was good. If the foundation is not strong, you cannot build on it, as the Bible says. So whatever mission you have set for yourself, you need to check your foundation. You want to make sure you are building on a solid rock. And Jesus' example is what really captures my attention. Look at Luke chapter 2, verse 40. It says, and the child grew and waxed strong in the spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was with him. Solid foundation. And verse 52 also says a similar thing. And Jesus increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. So as we see, Jesus took time to build his foundation. Even when you read verse 46, you will know that when his parents finally went back to Jerusalem, they saw him at the feet of the leaders, the doctors, the scholars. They were teaching, and Jesus was sitting there at age 12, learning, listening, and asking questions to understand better, because he knew he had an assignment in front of him, and he needed to build a system of understanding and wisdom for himself before he could function well. So this tells us that we also need to build our foundation. Whatever mission God has committed to your trust, you want to take time to seek the face of God to understand that purpose. What is your value? What are your beliefs? And what do you have to do to strengthen that before you even set up to do whatever you want to do? So let's take time to build our foundation as Jesus did. If Jesus did it, then we need to do that as well. So taking time to build our foundation, learning, studying, going to a program, a workshop. I keep telling us how we can even get free materials online to learn. So let's take care of our foundation, because if the foundation is good, everything else will be good. So as I said, Jesus knew his purpose right at the beginning. He knew his purpose by age 12. He knew what he was here to do, and he didn't play at all. And he built the solid foundation to help him to become the person that God wanted him to be on earth. So verse 49, when his parents came back and they were querying him, why did you do that to us? We were crying and all that. Why will you not tell us where you were and all that? Look at what Jesus said. He said, how is it that you sought me? Why were you looking for me? Don't you know that I must be at my Father's business? So Jesus was ready at age 12, and this is where we need to help our children to recognize their special giftings and talents and purpose, so that they will not make the mistakes we made. To wait till you are 30, 40, 50 before you are looking for why am I here and all that. So let's help our children, our nieces and nephews, the children in our churches. Let's guide them so they know why they are here. So they don't think it's just going to school and getting certificates. They will know that there is more to life than just being here and learning and getting all the certificates. So once again, I want you to know that I appreciate you. And for those of us who have joined, please let me know. Say hi so I can know who is here, so I can recognize and greet you. The third thing I see Jesus doing in this verse that we learn is Jesus submitted himself. He submitted himself to his parents' authority. That helped him to be close to a point where he was ready before he started his ministry. So wherever we are, in church, at home, at work, you want to take your time to submit. You need to submit to authority. Don't think, oh, I want to leave, when you have not really established that solid foundation. Submit yourself to be coached, to be mentored. That way, when you are ready, you can fly. But don't be in a hurry, and let's respect authority. You are a Christian, you must bring yourself to authority. At home, at church, in the community, at work, wherever you are. Jesus' example is enough for us to know that we cannot go about that. So let's submit ourselves. Another thing I see Jesus doing Another thing, okay, and there's another verse I put here. Luke chapter 2, verse 51. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them, that is to his parents. But his mother kept all these sayings in her heart. So Jesus, after his parents came and met him in Jerusalem, learning, there was time for everything. So he went home with his parents and continued to submit to their guidance. We all need that. We need to submit, show respect wherever we are so we can learn. Another thing is that Jesus humbled himself and allowed John the Baptist to baptize him. John the Baptist knew that Jesus was greater than him. So he even wanted to convince Jesus so he wouldn't have to baptize him. But Jesus said, no, I need to do this. So when you get time, read John chapter 3, verse 13 to 17. We need to humble ourselves and allow whatever needs to be done for us so we can benefit fully before we launch out. And the last thing, but not the least, is that Jesus respected his mother and submitted to her mentorship. Remember, I think the quotation didn't come well. It's 11. So John chapter 2, when you read from verse 1 to 11, it will tell you how Jesus and his mother were at the feast of a wedding couple, and at the end of it all, they ran out of the wine, and Jesus was there. Mary was there. Jesus had not started ministry. His mother told him to do something about it. Jesus did not, even though he told his mother that, woman, my time has not come. He realized that this was an opportunity. So his mother coaching him, mentoring him, he submitted to that. And Jesus was able to turn water to wine. That was his first miracle. That was the first time people got to know about who he was and what he could do. So do you see that? He submitted to his mother's mentorship. And that is what we should all do. Allow ourselves to go through mentorship, training, education, whatever we need to do to help us build that strong foundation. Because the Bible says, if the foundations are not strong, what can the righteous do? So we need to build that solid foundation so that we can become what God wants us to be. The last thing I want us to look at is the fact that we want to reflect and know who we really are. So I want to challenge you between today and next week. You want to be in a quiet place and start thinking, if you haven't done that already. If you are somebody that do not know why you are here and you are just doing the normal daily things and like a busybody in everything, you want to take some time and ask yourself prayerfully, who am I? Why am I here? What do I stand for? What are my beliefs, my values? What do I cherish that I need to protect? How do I live my daily life? My daily life based on all this. What's my special assignment here on earth? What should I do to prepare myself for this assignment? So this is a challenge I'm giving to you all. I did this some years back, not far around the pandemic time. I challenged myself. I started praying that God, I know there is more in me I can do. I know I have to do more than I'm doing for my world, my generation. And I started praying and digging deep into myself. And that is when God started showing me my gifts, my abilities, and what I could do. And I started thinking of what should I do to polish that, and I'm still doing that. Taking training, one here, one there. I never stop learning. Every day. Just last week, I did a program. I completed another program, so I'm a copywriter. I can write things for people, and I'm not there yet, but I just want you to know that I can write and publish books. We all have more in us if we can just dig deep down in a quiet place. And it may not be one day affair. You want to continuously pray and search and ask God, because you know what he said, if we seek him, we will find him. If we knock, the door will be open. If we ask, he will answer us. He is ready because he has put something in us, but they are hidden treasures in us. We will only discover those hidden treasures when we dig deep and we come to that quiet place. We stop being busy, too busy, and we ask questions. That is how we can come alive and be at the place of knowing who we really are and why we are here and what we need to do. And once you know that, I can tell you, you will not waste your time anymore. Every day will count for you. You will let every hour count. You will do something with the time God has given you, the 24 hours daily. You will be able to say, I need to work on this, do this training, go here, do this business, speak to this person. Everything will be intentionally done. And that is what I want us to start doing. Intentional living. We need to do that so we can grow and become the people God has created us to be. So where are you in this? Are you at the left, living your life, wasting your time? Or you are at a place where you know what you really need to do every day? We are all not there like 100%. So don't be too hard on yourself. This is just to challenge you and encourage you to start doing that. And not just you, if you are married, your spouse, your children, if you have children, and the people around you, the people at church, encourage people that let's not waste our time anymore, because we are not here forever. We have to live our life purposefully, and that can happen if we know why we are here and we are living intentionally. And if you are not sure how to do it, I can assure you I can help you. You just have to give me a call, and my number and email address is on the screen. You can give me a call, you can email me, and we can talk and see what we can do to help. I have Destiny Shapers Academy. I do one-on-one and group coaching. You can do that. It doesn't matter your age, whether you are young or old, you are never too late. It's just a matter of bringing yourself to a place of readiness to learn, searching and seeking. So thank you all for joining. Thank you, Mr. Henry Noy, for joining. I know there are other people on, but they didn't show themselves, so I don't see them for now. I may see them later. So leave a comment. And if you are able to challenge yourself this week to reflect on your life, and you are able to know who you are, you want to give me send me a message or email, or write something in the comments to tell me how this video has helped you, just to encourage other people. So God bless you. Let's live life intentionally. God willing, next week, Saturday, I will be back to continue on the same topic. Okay, God bless you. God bless you, Lady Sheila, my husband. That's Henry Noy. Thank you for your support. So live life intentionally. Don't be on the other side of not knowing what you do with your life or your time. Be on the side of knowing and living life intentionally. Let's embrace our lives in the way of purpose, living with a mission in mind, so that we will be accountable to God in a positive way when we meet Him in some years to come. So I love you all and I appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Destiny Shapers with Sheila Noy for Destiny Nuggets. You know, this ideas God is just dropping on my mind and I'm running with it. And He can do the same for you. So share the videos with your friends and families and then tell them to support this mission. I love you. I'll meet you again next week. Bye. Thank you.